Let's travel in the past to the future. Hi, I'm John Paul Alicia and let's talk about the evolution of ICT. Let's start with the pre-mechanical period 3000 BCE to 1450 CE. During this period, humans started communicating with one another using words and pictograms carved in rocks, just like on the picture. Then, they started to write symbols as substitutes for pictures to depict ideas, objects, and animals. These gave rise to our modern-day alphabet. Time passed and early humans soon realized that stone tablets are too heavy and bulky. The information to be stored was growing and was becoming enormous. And writing these pieces of information in stone tablets was impractical. When paper was finally produced from the papyrus plant, storing of information was revolutionized. They eventually compiled these records written on pieces of paper and bound them together, known as book. As these books grew in number, they needed to be compiled and stored in areas, giving birth to libraries. Libraries were considered the first data centers in history. On 300 BC, abacus, a most popular device created in this period. The abacus is still in use today, principally in the Far East. This was considered as the first device to process information. Let's now proceed to the mechanical period 1450 to 1840 CE. During this time, the interest in automating and speeding up numerical calculations grew. The machines driven by mechanical means such as steam and gears dominated information processing and calculation. While in 1452 to 1519, Leonardo da Vinci made drawings of gear-driven calculating machines but apparently never built any. But in 1623, German professor Wilhelm Schickard built first gear-driven calculating machine, as he called it, calculating clock. In 1632, Napier's invention was used by NASA engineers in their programs which landed men on the moon. This is the slide rule. In 1642, this period is the advent of the mechanical calculator called Pascaline by Blaise Pascal, invented that as an aid for his father, who was a tax collector, called Pascaline. On the other hand, 1822, English mathematician Charles Babbage was proposing a steam-driven calculating machine. The size of a room, this machine would be able to compute tables of numbers, such as logarithm tables named difference engine. Let's now move on to the electromechanical period. In 1840 to 1940. In 1937, Adenisoff-Berry computer was built, and this machine was the first to store data as a charge on a capacitor, which is how today's computers store information in their main memory RAM, or dynamic RAM by V. Adenisoff. In 1944, Harvard Mark I computer was created. This was the first programmable digital computer made in the US. In 1976, Apple Computers was founded, Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs. A home computer to use the ARPANET and play games. In 1940s, Univac computer, the first commercial, that is, mass-produced computer by Eckert and Mauchly. Let's now proceed to the electronic period in 1940, present. In 1947, the transistor was invented. It is an electronic device with properties and functions similar to vacuum tubes, but it is lightweight and faster. In 1958, an American electrical engineer named Jack Kilby was credited for introducing the integrated circuit IC, the advent and development of integrated circuits, ushered in the period of powerful processors and was called the integrated circuit IC. The development of various forms of hardware with improved capabilities continues, but engineers and scientists were more interested and focused on developing applications that will ease human productivity, entertainment, and communication. In parallel with these developments, the technology of connectivity among computers began to rise. The result of this is the interconnection of computer devices and equipment we enjoy today. This network is commonly known as the Internet or the World Wide Web. That would be all. Thanks for listening.